Hi everyone. So I wanted to do my videos outside, but it is raining today and I have the things that I want to share that are in my mind and I've just got to get it out. So I'm just going to go with it, and welcome to my leave-in. So I wanted to talk today. I've been talking about ways that I use to calm my nervous system, which the number one way was the limbic system retraining. And if you have not checked out that video, that would be a great place to start for calming your nervous system when it's been any kind of trauma can cause that, but definitely mold toxicity. But today I wanted to talk with you about, actually even before I started the limbic system retraining, a long time before, I had recognized the benefits of tapping. And I had a therapist who had recommended it to me, and I was interested, I was intrigued, but I really didn't look into it. But after I started my teaching job the last time, I was having a bad reaction, and it was very emotionally charged. I was also suffering from, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but Tinea versicolor, which was a fungus thing that made my skin, and it gave me a lot of itching, and it was not fun. And so I was really having and stress was causing that to be worse. And I noticed that I got reactions really bad when I was stressed, and I just had started my new teaching job, so it was just really bad, and I was in mold at the time, so it was really bad. And I was having really bad anxiety from it too. I think like my adrenaline was really going. It was causing a lot of effects with my adrenal glands and that kind of thing. So I just looked up tapping, and I just started going through the points. And I am telling you, the first time I did it, there was such a marked difference in the way that I felt just after starting it. I mean, I was having that feeling of stuck energy, or I can't even describe it. The little vibration thing, and it stopped that. I mean, it was just like almost immediately, and that's why after that point, I became such a believer in it. Now, after I did it that first time, it wasn't as wham bam in your face, but I could definitely tell that my emotional state was getting less. It was diminishing. The power of those negative emotions did not have such an effect on me. And after that, I was able to start using that part of the brain that was responsible for more logical thinking and working things through, and then seeing the positive, or a way of framing things so that I could get out of such a negative emotional state. And I have seen that happen with me over and over again. Just its ability just to decrease the negative emotional response. And I've looked more into it. It focuses on specific places on your body where the meridians are, which are basically there for your ability to be able to let go, or to open up the flow of energy in your body. And when you have something like mold toxicity, the flow of energy and your body's ability to have that energy just flowing, it is just demolished. It is just gone. And so you have to do things manually, which is the best way I feel like to start with, because the possibility of reactions are less from it. But you got to get that energy to flowing, and that's what emotions are anyway, right? They're stuck it's stuck energy in your body, and so it has nowhere to go. And so the tapping just sort of helps to open that and make the flow of energy better for you. And so the points are you tap on at first it will tell you the EFT tapping, which is what the emotional freedom technique. You'll start tapping with the karate chop right here, and then you'll do the inside of your eyebrows, the outside of your eyebrows, underneath your eye, then below your nose, below your lip, and you have the chest meridian underneath your arm, like right where where your bra line will be if you're a lady, and then the top of your head. And some of these may feel better. Some of these points may feel better for you than some of the others. And even if you're not in a place where you can do that, like just doing little tapping places on your or you can just go like this, just to keep the flow of energy going. I promise you, it really does work. Now with the tapping too, it helps because we cannot deny that we have negative emotions. In order for you to process emotions, you have to recognize the negative emotions first. We can't bury it. That is not helpful for our healing at all. We can't deny it. We can't, just try to ignore it. It is there. It's trying to tell us something, and we need ways of processing and managing negative emotions so they do not take us over. We cannot heal in that state because all of the chemical reactions and all of that, and those negative emotions send off all of these chemical responses that are not good for our bodies. And so we need a way to release them, not to bury them. Burying emotions for anybody at any time is not a good idea. Tapping helps you to process them so that you can manage them in more appropriate ways. And so you start with a negative emotion, you recognize that you're having it, you call it out, and you tap over the negative emotions. And there's a lot of places that you can go. I started out with the tapping solution, which is Nick Ortner. I'm going to send you links to his stuff. I did the tapping meditations that he has on the app, which are really good, but it's sort of expensive. But you can find all different kinds of EFT tapping meditations. Great for anxiety, depression, and those emotions such as that, for sure. And like I said, you start with a negative emotion first, and then after you have worked on that negative emotion, then you start tapping on positive ways of looking at things. And you just keep doing that process over and over until you notice that your emotion is decreasing. That negative emotional charge is decreasing. So I highly recommend that you try this. We are not going to be able to get to higher frequency emotions until we are able to calm down the nervous system, and those negative emotions don't have such a hold of us, because things such as mold toxicity or any trauma is going to you're in such a chronic stress state, you cannot access those higher frequency emotions, and we cannot heal until we can decrease the effect that these negative emotions are having on our body. Just another way to do that. Talk soon. Bye.